Super Series champion.
Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith.
It's match start.
5 stars to 4.
Pull for big fish.
It's
Jack Drayton!
Gets it. Match start at the ball. Oh,
Game
what a
shot.
performance. What a
And a
display
match, David
by
Evans.
David Evans. There's one of them. And
Game shot.
there
And a match,
is the
Jamie
other. What a performance that was. Single for double for the match. Once again, just has to step across
Game
to
shot.
the left.
And a
Neatly
match,
does it.
Tommy
And Lishman, double 18.
Looks like a good marker. And it
shot.
is. It's
And a match,
used really
Samora
well. And it
Golfer.
is.
Half the finals night lineup is complete, but which three will join them from Group B? Evening, welcome along or welcome back to the Modus Super Series here live on Pluto TV. Half the field is set for finals night tomorrow. 3 from 5 will qualify tonight from Group B as well. Which 3? Very much remains to be seen. Laura Turner is back once more. Before we look ahead to tonight, where things are very nicely set. Group C this afternoon, it was a bit of a battle and a bit of a slog for some. Well, for most, actually, but the top 2 remained.
Yeah, I think you could probably make that argument for every player in Group C at some point. But the players that underperformed yesterday, well, they really did step things up today. And those 2 at the top in Brian Roman and Jake Neal, they didn't have it all their own way today, but they did so much hard work on Thursday that they just clung on to those top 2 spots.
Yeah, had to deal with a bit of adversity here and there. Neil continued to impress on debut, but Brian Roman topping the group. 12 points was enough to do so, but it's been that sort of week, hasn't it? Low points to win Group A and sort of the same in Group C. Roman just finding that bit extra, though, when it mattered most.
Yeah, it's a case of kind of everyone has the capability and was beating everyone else. And ultimately, the points were shared out. But it was Roman and it was Jake Neal on debut that make it through Group C.
Yeah, there we see. Rob Grundy will be joined by Brian Roman and Jake Neal. Those 2 had a fantastic matchup this afternoon. Neal reeling in the big fish to send it to a last leg decider where Roman held his nerve, which ultimately set him on course to win that group. And Group B tonight, 3 of those 5 names there will join the 3 already in. Here's how the group table looks going into tonight's play. Evans and Lishman locked together on 6 points. Owens and Goto had contrasting evenings, performance numbers-wise, and yet they are locked together themselves on 4. And poor Keegan Brown was luckless last night, scored really nicely, but just couldn't finish off those legs and the matches off either. And if he could put in the same sort of numbers tonight, there's every chance he could run through the card with wins tonight.
Absolutely. It was the tail end of matches. It wasn't necessarily always legs. And I think the tone was set yesterday in his opening match where he missed 14 darts at a double to actually take his first win. Ultimately, as you say, big numbers coming from Keegan. If he can sort out the back end, then he could run through the card. And I think he's going to have to if he's got any chance of making it through.
Evans, though, topping the table coming into tonight. 2 out of his 4 matches last night resulted in ton plus averages, not least 109.5. Yeah, he was simply fantastic.
He was. The only slip up that he made, if you can call it that, is against Tommy Lishman, who came into this week as favourite, came into this group as favourite, and ultimately it was Lishman that got the better of David Evans. But there you can see, I mean, it was sublime. And when you think it's 4 from 11 on the doubles as well, that just goes to show the extent of the scoring power that we saw from David Evans yesterday.
Yeah, Evans and Owens piling in the maximums last night, both in double figures. Lishman still favourite, but is now odds against instead of odds on. David Evans 5s into 23 to 20. Jamie Owens 15 to 2. Goto in there at 11s. Evans seeking a third weekly win. Lishman, however, is the man of the moment, but still seeking his first.
Yeah, and it was interesting speaking to him afterwards yesterday where he said he's used to going in under the radar and now he's coming in as favourite, and that's a whole new thing for him to try and process. Ultimately, he's still favourite when he's coming back here today. He's in a very good position, and I think he's at that point in his career already that he's going to have to start learning how to deal with being a favourite.
Right then, let's find out which three will book their spot into finals night. We start with Goto versus Owens, and earlier on this evening, I caught up with the Stockton Slinger. Jamie Owens, night 2 of Group B. How would you assess your performance on night 1?
Obviously, there's nothing I could do against Dave in the first game. I mean, a 109, I've just got to shake his hand at the end of the day. But I actually started well, and we were bouncing off each other, 180 after 180. And just to get the win over Keegan next game was massive for me because he's had me a few times down here, and then it set me running. But I always target 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4 is my target. Always on a Group B. Then it's in your hands the next day to do the same again or push on a little bit further. But I just feel like I let myself down the last game. Sorry. Like I've just been discussing with you. I need to learn from it and stop travelling on the same day because I was knackered.
It's a long old night, these campaigns, especially when you've got to travel down from the northeast. However, your power scoring last night was absolutely scintillating.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a new dart out from Shot. It's still in the... I've actually been using Steve Beaton darts recently. Shot are trying to get somewhere near it. It's in the process now. I've had a few design 1s and 2s coming. And they seem to go, like, the last 3 or 4 months, my game's just gone another 10 points more consistently, but the 180s, I don't seem to hit 140s anymore now. There seem to be more 180s than 140s, but I'll take it. I feel like I need to slow down on my doubles a bit because I'm in a rhythm with the scoring. I think I need to step back and maybe assess them a little bit more, but yeah, I'm happy.
Happy and content enough with the 2 wins last night. Laura and I were saying you were probably a bit unlucky not to get 1 or 2 more, given that the scoring was there and you were arguably one of the more consistent players last night.
Yeah, I think I worked it out. I was like just under a 94 running, which is one of the better times I've been down here. Like I said, it's been going well for me. Having a bit of time off helped massively. Get a bit more mindset better. But yeah, I felt 3 out of 4 I deserved. But I mean, that's darts. You could have 110 average and lose to an 80. That's just the way it is. If you don't hit your doubles, that's unfortunately that's the way it is.
Good stuff. Best of luck tonight. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Well, he's out for a bit of early revenge tonight, is Jamie Owens, facing Tomoya Goto, which was the match we saw right at the end of playing the early hours of this morning, and it went the way of Tomoya by 4 legs to 2, which sort of upset Jamie's night, really. He was flying up until then. Tomoya Goto has been here all week. It's been fantastic to have him back, making that trip from Tokyo here for his 2nd appearance. He currently occupies 4th spot, but only on leg difference behind Owens, sat in 3rd. 3rd, of course, will be enough for Saturday night finals night. And Goto won that match last night against the Dart, so he will have them this time around. Andrew Culling, he's been here all week. He started and he will be finishing as well.
First leg, Tomoya to throw first.
So, Goto
Game on.
to get us underway.
$100. 85. 60.
Oh, good grouping on those. Even Owens, from his facial expression there, thought Tomoya was a bit unlucky.
Yeah, it was
58.
a strange one. It was a bit of a head scratcher, wasn't it, yesterday, that both these players, well, they finished on the same kind of points, but you made the point really well earlier that it was Owens that was probably consistently playing at a higher level.
60.
But this was the game that probably frustrated him more than anything else. He was 2 from 13 on the doubles, missed some real key chances, key opportunities, allowed Goto in. Who,
140.
in fairness to Goto, played one of his better games of the evening.
It was, and Jamie just sort of admitting that just ran out of steam,
60.
really. It was a long day for him. He travelled down on Thursday morning into the afternoon to get here for Thursday night's play. Obviously, by the time he played Tomoyo, it was in the early hours of
95.
Friday morning.
Yeah, something that we talk about is how you manage your time, not just when you're here, but everything around it. Brian Roman afterwards said people possibly don't realise that the players are in a good couple of hours before they get all the practice that they need prior to the event actually starting. So when you're here in
57.
Group 8, these players are here
Jamie
from
require
7, half 7 in the morning.
123.
You have to manage your time as well as you possibly can. And this could be a perfect timing for
90.
Jamie Owens.
Tomoyo require 164.
Wayward from Goto.
28. Jamie, you require
No
33.
impact whatsoever, and Owens just half a step back. Pushes on forward.
Game shot on
And
the
finds
first
double
leg.
16
Jamie Owens.
for an early break of throw. Always
Second leg,
a
Jamie
determined
2 for
character.
first.
And he's off to the best possible start.
Game on.
And I know this is the first game of the 10 that are going to be played out tonight, but already this feels like an important one, especially in the race
60.
for third place, because let's say Evans and Lishburn carry on playing in the same vein as they have been. A couple of wins and they're home and dry. Whereas Jamie Owens and Goto locked horns on even points as the man from Japan finds the first maximum. This will just allow one of these two to
100.
just stretch away from the chasing pack.
Yeah, big match early doors.
$100.
Goto has responded well following that earlier
84.
setback.
Yeah, and Goto is just one of those rising stars in an area where darts is really flourishing at the moment. And it is darts like that that I've seen him hit averages around the 110 mark on the Asian Tour. Seen him in a couple of PDC World Championships as well. And down to 41
97.
in 9 darts
So what
against the
you
throw
require,
after just
41.
being broken.
Yeah, fantastic response. No issues with the big number. Again, just pausing.
1.
The target isn't found.
Jamie, you
Outside
require
opportunity for Owens.
160.
Oh, he fancies it. Oh, Jamie, he says.
120.
I told you he fancied it.
Tomoyo, you require 40.
But this, you feel, has to go.
Game shot on the second
And
leg.
there is no
Tomoyo
issue this time
Goto.
round for Tomoyo Goto.
Third leg, Tomoyo
13
2 for
darter
first.
to break
Game on.
straight back. Owens left ruing, cursing that second dart.
$41.
That's not overly clever from Goto. He's allowed Owens
100.
an early chance to stamp some authority once again against the throw.
$43.
Yeah, and another troublous visit really has opened up the door here for Jamie Owens.
134.
Great visit there from Owens.
100.
Travelled down yesterday with his mother and his son, so it's a generational affair for Jamie Owens,
97.
which he will be hoping continues into finals night tomorrow.
$140. Jamie, you require 170.
Trying to battle his way back into this leg. Surprised look on the face of Jamie Owens. First one goes
119.
rather wayward, but the next two, very good indeed.
$134. Jamie, you require 51.
Well, just about gets the big number.
Game Sean,
No
the third
problem
leg.
with
Jamie
the dart
Owens.
at tops. That was perfect. And it's another break of throw.
Fourth leg, Jamie 2 for row first.
Third consecutive one.
Game
Good
on.
response from Owens. 14 darter off the back of Goto's 13.
It's always a good time to break, but if it puts you 2-1 in front
60.
and then you've got the throw, Jamie Owens here, if he can find a way of holding on, could put himself within one of the match and really kind of firm up that third place.
84.
Yeah, given he already had a better leg difference than that of Goto.
96.
We saw in Group A just how important leg difference is. We saw in Group C just how important leg difference is.
96.
And it could prove to be the case in Group B as well, especially if Keegan Brown can start converting those
180.
good scoring visits in, get the doubling right and convert them into wins.
$60. $95.
It's a nice find just to get the one treble 19 after that first, which threatened at least to be a bit of a blocker.
$100. Jamie, you require 70.
Well, this to go within one. Found the tops dead centre last time.
30.
This time just a little
Tomorrow
bit
you require
north of the
161.
intended target. And Goto, an outside chance.
And that would have felt nice from the release of Owens. Wasn't too far away. And Goto was looking to pick the pocket.
137. Jamie, you require 40.
Jamie, but Owens is back. Tops once again the target.
Game Sean, the fourth.
The way he's been
Jamie
playing in the early stages of this evening, and indeed last night, you just expected that
Fifth leg, Tomoya 2 for row first.
to go.
Game on.
It went at the earliest opportunity of that visit. Owens is one away.
And he's playing pretty much to the level that what we saw last night. He mentioned to you that
46.
he's the type of player, obviously, that he's gone away, he's had a look at the stats, looked at the averages, said he was averaging around about 94 for the evening. Well,
136.
right now he's averaging just under 95 and a half, so right around that area.
He
134.
said one of the most consistent players last night. He was probably the most consistent player last night.
Yeah, I'd agree.
140.
Whereas we had the spectacular from the likes of Dave Evans, there was a bit of a drop-off in that game against Tommy Lishman. As you say, around that mid-90s mark, that's pretty much where Jamie Owens was all
97.
yesterday evening.
$140.
Well, he's come out the traps fighting tonight as Owens. Both of these would know full well the significance of this early fixture,
96.
given the
Jamie, you
context
require
of how the
85.
group lies. Owens just taking a moment, eyes firmly fixed on the prize. But that is an almighty slip.
53.
And again, it's obviously
So why you require
spoke it quite in depth
128?
with you earlier on, and he did say he felt like he was throwing maybe a little bit too fast, getting wrapped up in his rhythm when it goes to the doubles. And I wonder if this is a conscious slowing down. And if it is, it definitely did not pay off that last visit.
Another. Oh, superb. Look at the smirk on the face of Owens. He expected that to
118.
go. Goto wished it had. What an effort that was
Jamie, you require
to
32.
try and keep this match going. But now Owens can cap it off with a
Game shot.
13
And
darter
a match,
of his
Jamie
own.
Owens.
And that is a massive win for Jamie Owens, given the context of how this Group B looks. Valiant effort from Goto towards the latter stages at least. His average just advancing into the 90s. Owens, 97.3. What a start. Big win for Jamie Owens to start the show here this evening. 4-1 the scoreline over Tomoya Goto. Owens has accelerated now into second place. David Evans, the group leader, facing Keegan Brown, who you simply just had to sympathise with last night. And I say last night, probably all week. Group A was at his mercy and yet let it slip on Wednesday. Dropping into this Group B, his scoring stats stands up to that of Evans at the top of the table, to that of Owens and Lishman occupying the other two qualification spots. But Keegan Brown had severe double trouble last night. This time last night he was facing Tommy Lishman. He had match darts, 14 of them. Just couldn't get over the line. Things just kept on getting from bad to worse for Keegan. But he's in good spirits when I saw him earlier this evening.
First leg, David to
He
throw
is
first.
determined.
Game on.
And I think we all agreed. If he posts those averages that he put in last night, that might be enough to win 4 out of 4 tonight.
I do agree, yeah. And if you look at the week as a whole, it's really been a week of two halves for Keegan Brown. Was so dominant in Group A over the first couple of days. Lost just 2 games.
80.
1 game on Monday, 1 game on Tuesday. Both of them his opening games, but backed it up on the Wednesday by only winning 1 game. That then saw Rob Grundy go through at the top of Group A.
140.
And then he comes into Group B, and as you say, scores for show, doubles for dough. There's never a truer word said, especially when it came to Keegan's first day in Group
57.
B.
He would know full well what he needs to do here this evening. He needs to win the lot.
81.
But it's well within his grasp. This is the former World Youth Champion. This is a man who's won Pro Tours. Played on every single stage
180.
there is in this great game.
Yeah, and has picked up a title here. It was an emotional win, wasn't it, when Keegan Brown won?
100.
Lifted that trophy here at the Live Lounge. Dave Evans himself has a couple of titles to his name. And he, when he was speaking to you yesterday, was already thinking about
93.
things like Champions
David
Week. He
require
wants another
120.
go at trying to get a bit further.
Steps right across to the left in search of tops. For
James
another
on the first
Tumplers
leg.
check out. That
David
is
Evans.
why he is top of this table.
Second leg, Keegan to throw first. Game on.
He's starting in similar form, all right. Again, the scoring's there from Keegan Brown.
180.
Maximum number 2 for Keegs.
$134.
Dave Evans has proven this week time and time again he is being rather difficult to shake off. I mean, Keegan Brown in this fixture yesterday, he lost to Neil. He averaged just shy of 96 and he was restricted to just 1 dart at a double.
99.
Yeah, you mentioned that Dave wants another crack at Champions Week in his 2 prior appearances in the Champions Week. It's not really gone his way.
105.
Seeking a 3rd weekly title, which would put him alongside the likes of Chaz Barstow and Graham Usher, Matt Clark, Reece Robinson.
140. Keegan, you require 76.
Just providing a reminder to Keegan that Evans is there to pounce if this double 8 doesn't go. Oh, double 4.
72. David, you require 128.
Well, this will hurt. Brown gets a reprieve.
63. Keegan, you require 4.
Can he see it out?
James
Yes, he
on the
can.
second leg.
And he's back
Keegan
level.
Brown.
And that will just
Third leg,
make
David
him
to throw
feel a
first.
little
Game
bit
on.
better about how things are going on the outer ring thus far in Group B. Well, he's currently averaging 109.
58.
Yes, it's only the start of the third leg, I know, but it just illustrates the point even further
180.
and further that his numbers are stacking up to that of Evans, who is currently top.
3 legs in and 3 180s for Keegan Brown.
140. 97.
Keegan does have these purple patches. We saw it in Group A right at the beginning of the week. But if he is to any chance of getting through this group, he's going to need to be
171.
able to play at this kind of level for the entirety of the evening, you feel.
Yeah, and hope that your opponent isn't matching you, considering
93.
David Evans is
David,
also
you
up
require
there, averaging
132.
108.8. Treble 19.
$60. Keegan, you require 131.
And despite Keegan Brown being what was 1 point closer than Dave Evans, Dave had the 132. 131 is a really awkward
55.
finish.
David, you require 72.
132 is preferable. There are more options.
Tops then drops his dart. Keegan Brown looking up to the heavens, searching for divine
James on
intervention.
the
He's
third
not
leg.
getting any.
David Evans.
That was good composure in the end from Evans.
Fourth leg, Keegan to throw first. Game on.
Eye roll.
Is he going to kick off another leg with a max? Well, he's going
100.
to get a fourth max in a fourth consecutive leg. Have to wait.
Can't be wondering just what he has to do.
60.
I mean, look at those numbers.
140.
Jamie Owen said it to you before, though. You can average 110. Your opponent could be averaging in the mid-80s, and that outcome still might be a loss if you don't hit the doubles before your opponent.
180.
And now Dave is starting to find those 3 treble visits again. First one for him.
Well, Keegan more or less is averaging 110.
55.
The difference is Dave Evans is averaging just shy of 105. This is a really, really competitive game.
$97.
Evans down to a finish then. A big finish.
96. David, you require 164.
Brown down to one that's slightly more favourable, which he will get a shot at.
104. Keegan, you require 110.
Well, this for 2-all.
90.
It's a well
David, you
thrown
require
dart,
60.
but this is a massive opportunity for Dave Evans.
Getting that big step across to the left to open up the
James
target.
on
And
the fourth
again,
leg.
he finds the
Evans.
target.
100% on
Fifth
the
leg,
outer
David
ring.
to throw first. Game on.
This is a very solid start, a very more than solid start from both players in fairness, but once again it's Dave Evans who's timing things to perfection.
134.
And it's those stats on the outer ring that are proving to be pivotal. 3 out of 3, Evans,
60.
100%. Keegan Brown, 1 out of 4, 25%. That's the difference. That's the only difference. Scoring nigh on identically.
95. 140.
Brown battling to stay in the match. We've already mentioned that because Keegan Brown
102.
has not racked up any points yet, every match is vital.
Just left scratching your head as to just how this has happened for him. Yes, we know the reason why. It's because of his doubling, but
81. David, you require 170.
in the main, he's played well.
Evans just looking to tee up because he knows he'll be back. Brown all the way back on
134.
220, and Evans down to a double after a dozen darts.
Well, we had a fantastic start to
49.
the night with Jamie Owens
David, you require
averaging
36.
97. Evans
Game
has
shot, and a match,
eclipsed that
David Evans.
and some. A 4-1 win over Keegan Brown, who himself averaged a level ton, but Evans continues to really flourish. 106 his average, a 100% checkout success rate with a Shanghai 20s finish as well. Brilliant.
And welcome back. And we've just been treated to a couple of really solid, strong opening games. Jamie Owens kicking off the action, averaging just over 97 in a 4-1 win over Tomoya Goto, really strengthening his chances at qualification. But David Evans take a bow. It's another ton plus average, 106. And poor Keegan Brown still remains pointless at the foot of the table following a 4-1 defeat at the hands of Evans. But now we turn our attention back to Jamie Owens. Jamie Owens, the 36-year-old from Stockton-on-Tees, as mentioned, has already played one game, but it's the first outing tonight for Tommy Lishman, the weak favourite, the favourite still to top the group. But because of those first couple of performances that we've already seen, finds himself now in third position, still in a qualification spot, and still with 4 games left to play, including this one. But I don't know, Tommy Lishman took him a little while to get going yesterday. He was saying that he felt a bit edgy, a bit nervous at the fact that he's no longer the underdog when he turns up to these types of tournaments. He is a favourite, and it's something he's got to get used to, and used to quickly, because Jamie Owens looks like a man on a mission.
140.
Yeah, interesting game this, because as you mentioned, Owens has started off this evening really strongly. Lishman has been watching on, of course, and I suppose as well, given off the back of that performance from David Evans, if you're Tomoya Goto, for instance, then you're sort of automatically targeting Tommy Lishman.
Now, there was an incident yesterday where Jamie Owens
52.
managed to catch himself with the dart, and we thought he drew blood. Now, I don't know if you just saw that, Sam, but the dart fell out the board and he caught it point down once again. I'm not sure if he has injured himself with his dart 2 nights in a row.
93.
I mean, I know that is a kind of knee-jerk reaction, but when you're playing with darts, you just have to maybe hesitate a little bit.
Yeah, I know he was a footballer, but he wasn't a goalkeeper.
80.
Went for the
Tommy
catch there instead of the volley.
170.
Yeah, now he's checking his hand. Yeah, those points are sharp.
100. Jamie, you require
Picking up
148.
2 dart-related injuries 2 nights in a row.
$60. Tommy, you require 70.
Well, not happy with the turn after those 3 darts.
Game show on the first leg.
Clinical
Tommy Lishman.
from Lishman. Slow to get going last night.
Second leg, Tommy.
You just get a sense that
Game on.
here on night 2, he's feeling a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a 14 dart breaker throw to open up his account.
140.
There was a change in Lishman yesterday, and I'd say it was kind of midway through his second match against Tomoya Goto. They were at 2 apiece, and he was really struggling to find anything. His first game against Keegan Brown, he really was on the back foot for quite a lot of it, and he was throwing at quite a deliberate, methodical pace.
100.
And all of a sudden, at 2 against Goto, he kind of threw 3 in a bit of frustration, quick, rapid fire, hit a maximum. And I think that's what we're seeing from the start now.
100.
A much better rhythm, a much better pace from Lishman.
Well, he should have lost that game against Keegan Brown last night. As we've already mentioned, Brown missing 14 match darts.
105.
Maybe he was sort of feeling the pressure over trying a little bit. The weight on his shoulders of being the favourite for the week.
91.
Going
Tommy, you
close
require
before.
156.
Yeah, this is much more relaxed.
60.
And we've been seeing good
Jamie, you
stuff
require
from
170.
Lishman. Owens can fire himself level. Fancies it. But again, the second dart doesn't play ball, and the third one did,
Tommy, you
which
require
will
96.
greater frustrate Owens. This will have to go, though, for Lishman.
Perfect first dart. Working his way in for the double 18.
78.
Just comes in a bit too far. So Owens
Jamie, you
with
require
a break
40.
back opportunity straight away.
Game show on the second leg. Jamie Owens.
No dramas with that one.
And again, we've got another highly
Third leg,
competitive
Jamie
match.
2 for first.
Lishman breaking in 14. Owens
Game on.
breaking straight back in 13.
Well, taking into account these running averages within
40.
this match, we haven't had an average under 90 as of yet this evening. Starters, you mean to go on?
93.
You will see that. We spoke about it
100.
yesterday. Tommy Lishman will kind of, it feels randomly, bring the bullseye into play. Didn't pay off on that occasion.
Yeah, it does just feel as though you just,
98.
just lob one at the bull. Why not?
It may be a question that we can pose to him at some point is why is that become a part of your game?
It's just very casual the way he does it. Keeping it cash. Look at that shirt.
125.
Enjoyed that.
180.
That's not a bad response.
It's a very good response and no real celebration from Jamie Owens.
145. Jamie, you require
This
41.
time you can understand why the 25 was brought in, but the 145 could be rendered academic, but unbelievable. It's pulled it into the double nine.
He'd been so strong on tops as well.
31.
Could cost him.
Tommy, you require 40.
Decision making in the final third with the former striker. Lishman breaks
Range
in
on the third
13.
Tommy Lishman.
There is no margin for error in this
Full flag
match.
Tommy to throw first. Game on.
Find that perplexing. I was expecting a big one for tops.
60.
Even with the darts he'd missed at tops throughout the evening so far, they've been well thrown and on the wire.
No, I agree.
100.
Must have had that already preset in his mind before he stepped up to the oche, but yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'll have to get over the
100.
disappointment of being broken again very quickly. Bounce back well in leg two.
100.
He will always battle. That is guaranteed with Jamie Owens.
140. $48.
That week he won here back in Series 12 was a battle. It included the reigning champion of that time, Jeff Smith.
$139.
But Lishman now really turning the screw. It's a huge response
171.
from Jamie Owens.
Tommy, you require
Down
62.
to a potential two-dot out, but so is Tommy Lishman.
Tops the target
James
again,
on the
and with one
foreplay.
dart in
Tommy
hand.
Lishman.
You are seeing why this guy has been flying on the Challenge Tour and indeed on
Fifth
the Pro
leg,
Tour
Jamie
as
to
well.
throw first. Game on.
Owens left ruining. And it just magnifies
79.
just how sort of little quibble that decision he made in electing to stray away from tops, trying to leave 16s,
45.
flying that one into the double nine instead of the big nine. In a high quality match like this, an error like that is massive.
100.
Yeah, quite often it may not always have a massive outcome on the way that the match ends up, but when you're averaging in and around the numbers that these two are, as you say, you're talking about small margins,
58.
fine margins that will create the winner and create a loser.
Yeah, most matches here he could have well gotten away with it.
140.
Every single leg, 1 in 5 visits.
58.
Previous match, both
81.
players averaged in excess of 100. It could be on the cards here again in this one.
100. Jamie, you require 101.
And it's been a good response from Owens.
Well, now it is opting for tops. And
61.
although it didn't go, there's no panic. Yeah, and again, I think that just amplifies just the odd decision that Jamie Owens makes as Tommy Lishman decides to
46.
bring in the bullseye once again.
Jamie, you require 40.
Not very effectively this time either. I wonder if there's a bit of doubt
James
creeping
on
in the
the
mind
fifth
of
leg.
Owens, but
Jamie Owens.
it's neither here or there now. He finds a
Sixth
winning
leg,
double,
Tommy to throw
just
first.
narrows that
Come on.
deficit.
Well, they're having a right little chin wag up on the stage, aren't they? All smiles, but shaking heads at the same time.
Well, this group as a whole has been played in a fantastic spirit.
60.
Few too many apologies last night. There's a real good bunch.
140.
Yeah, and it's just two really different dynamics, isn't it? Because as soon as these guys step up to the oche and throw, there's a real change in the face, change in the demeanour.
180.
And as soon as they walk to the back of the stage, it's all kind of friendly and chatty once again.
140.
Well, that 180 there means that every player in every single match so far has hit a maximum or more.
60.
In fact, tonight, the most maximums have gone the way of Keegan Brown with 3 in his solitary match.
85.
Owens to chucking a ball. Shrewd ball management on the part of Owens.
90. Jamie, you require
This one
136.
gets one of his own for good measure. Owens can't send us all the way this time. 111
82.
for Lishman. Achievable.
Jamie, you require 111.
May well have to get it.
Treble 17. It's a big side step for Tommy Lishman, trying to find a route through.
91.
Just felt that took a bit of a deflection, travelling through the
Jamie,
air.
you require 54.
This is the opportunity Owens craved.
Game show on the 6th flag.
So
Jamie
reliable.
Owens.
On we go.
7 for 5 leg, Jamie to throw
How
first.
about that? Match start. Wicked deflection.
Game on.
Well, this is some comeback for Jamie Owens. If he can win this leg, you have to say
78.
that just by having the advantage of throw, the way these two have been playing, then that could be the key difference. But you can see Tommy Lishman was in a 3-1 lead, but he's been pegged back by Jamie Owens.
140.
That was the first start he was getting so right yesterday, and that's an
120.
unfortunate bounce out.
Could be the difference. Two quality operators.
$100.
Just a bit of a snatch with that final dart from Lishman. Hasn't got away from Owens.
58.
Yeah, there you see that unfortunate bounce out for Jamie Owens, but could be a real opportunity here for Lishman if he can find a big treble, but
60.
that means this game is still really delicately poised.
58.
And arguably, the way these two have played over the first 6 legs, this last leg, I'm not sure if they're feeling just a little bit edgy up there, because not quite the levels that we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's nervy.
81.
It will be significant to whomever wins this final leg. Goto back up to the Oki in the
57.
match after this to face Keegan Brown.
Tommy, you require 120.
One of these two could be in the reach of Tomoyo.
60.
Well, Lishman
Jamie
had
require
a match start
130.
in the previous leg off the back of a 111 finish. Owen should get one, and it's a double 5.
120.
Both players' match starts come and gone.
Tommy, you require 60.
Lishman is going to get more of them. Just a re-grip. Big moment. Has to just edge across. Double 10.
50.
Owens is back.
Jamie, you require 10.
And he is not rushing to the Oki, taking his time. Huge dart,
No score.
and not for the first time. A wayward dart at a double, but this time it's a
Tommy, you
bust of the
require
score.
10.
Huge pressure. Again, it's Lishman now, just taking his time. The target is the same. Now has to burn a dart. Double 2. Again, just steps back. Doesn't feel comfortable in the hand. Stops himself.
6.
But still can't find the requisite
Jamie, you
target.
require 10.
And it's another chance for Owens. This is tense. Other side of it.
No score.
No.
We saw this in Group C.
Tommy, you require
The
4.
missed doubles become slightly contagious between the two players. It has been a brilliant game, but this last leg, it has been tense.
No score.
Wow.
Jamie, you
Incredible.
require 10.
8 match starts now missed for Tommy Lishman. 5 for Jamie Owens.
Owens still on 5s. Again, it's not a bad first. Oh,
Game
he
shot.
gets
Man
it.
of the
He
match,
finds
Jamie
it. He
Owens.
gets over the line. It's back-to-back wins for Jamie Owens to start his evening. My word, that was tense. Lishman missing a plethora of match darts in his own right. Wow. After the break, it's Keegan Brown against Tomoyo Goto. Welcome back. What a moment before the break. Oh, my word, it was tense. But Jamie Owens eventually got over the line against Tommy Lishman, who missed 8 match darts of his own for a big win for him. Tomoya Goto, he is now in reach of Lishman in the points column at least. Keegan Brown, once again, scoring magnificently, still on 0 points in this Group B. It's quite unbelievable. Averaged 100 and a 4-1 loss to David Evans. Yes, Evans averaged 106 and was perfect on the outer
First leg,
ring.
Keegan to throw
Keeks
first.
hit 3 180s and has the darts here. But again, it's another sort of really interesting match given the context of
57.
the group standings.
Yeah, I agree. And I would say, looking back just briefly over yesterday's fixtures, there were 2 games that got away from Keegan Brown. The first one we've already mentioned against Tommy Lishman, where he had those 14 darts to get across
44.
the line. But the other one, I feel, is this one. And although he lost 4 legs to 2, he missed 11 darts at the outer ring, and the average was sub 80 from both of them.
134.
And it was the one game where his scoring prowess just wasn't quite there on point. Keegan Brown could have realistically walked away with a couple of wins, 4 points on the board coming into today.
83.
But as you've already mentioned, he's still seeking that first win.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Away from that sub 80 average performance, it was 85, 95, 96,
100.
and of course tonight 100.
And that in itself, you know, there are players that play the board and there are players that play the player. And I just felt,
137.
especially after Keegan had the disappointment of losing his opening couple of games, faced Goto. If he managed to kind of, I just think maybe his head had dropped ever so slightly, was really feeling up against it.
137.
But he's getting him a bit earlier on in the evening. I wonder if that may make the difference.
Well, Keegan
45. Keegan, you require 73.
needs to win all of his remaining fixtures to give himself a chance. Needs Lishman to seriously falter as well.
53.
Yes, it's another missed double for Brown, but at this stage at least there's no need to panic.
$93. Keegan, you require 20. Game shot on the first leg.
Yeah, and
Keegan
that
Brown.
was confidently taken for Keegan Brown. That should settle him down once again.
Second leg, Tomoya to throw
Yeah, that'll do.
first. Game on.
1 from 2.
$36.
Yeah, Keegan Brown at the moment, not mathematically out of the running,
78.
but it is a tough task. Let's be honest. But he's now finding himself in must-win territory.
96.
I mean, and we've had it before with some groups where I remember Johnny Haynes was heading home to the point he was actually at the train station because he was adamant that he hadn't picked up enough wins. He wasn't going to
121.
make it through and actually qualified in 3rd place. It's like, come back, Johnny. You know, we need you tomorrow.
$60.
Goto hasn't really got going yet.
I guess the other factor to consider is this is day number 5 for these two. It is a long week.
Yeah. A lot of battle scars from their exploits, much as we saw from Callum Goffin earlier on this afternoon. Superb visit from Goto, who does now finally get going. That just may spur Brown
140.
on. Does so. Nice
Tomoya
reply.
138.
Goto. First dibs on a finish.
But can't get the combinations shot started.
78. Keegan, you require 82.
These are the sort of shots with which if Brown can take this out, it'll make him feel somewhat
James
better.
on
And
the
that is
second leg.
nice.
Keegan
Very
Brown.
nice indeed.
Third leg, Keegan
82
2
in
for
two.
first. Come on.
Nicely done. And Keegan will know as well that these wins he needs need to be big. Wide
91.
margin wins. An almost insurmountable task from this position. But he's more than capable.
58.
Yeah, and he should feel confident playing the likes of Goto, because if you look at Group 8, it was Keegan Brown won all 3 of the matches
42.
against Goto, but Goto, as we've mentioned, did get the better of him yesterday.
$57. $140.
Nice grouping once again from Brown. Nice 140.
$60.
Trebleless from Goto, so Brown really is in the ascendancy.
$115.
Yeah, Keegan Brown really did utilise the treble 19s very well indeed, and he's doing it again here.
$46. Keegan, you require 113.
Again, if this can go, then confidence levels may well just rise once again.
93.
But once again, it's a solitary miss at tops off the back of a ton plus checkout, and Goto is nowhere to be able to punish or have an opportunity. He's not had a dart at a double so
60.
far in this match.
Keegan,
and
you require 20.
Keegan will be hoping that is a trend that carries on.
Game show on the
It
third
was
leg.
aggressive, went straight
Keegan
for it.
Brown.
You can see just a glance to the scoreboard there. He was potentially
Fourth leg, Tomoya
contemplating
to throw
a
first.
split.
Game on.
Nevertheless, he's 3 to the good.
$134.
Better from Goto. But it's a big response once again from
180.
Keegan Brown.
Wants to get this one wrapped up, doesn't he? Goto hasn't really been able to build on
40.
the decent enough performance he put in the opening match. Yes, it was a 4-1 defeat, but so was Keegan's. And yet their numbers were still relatively strong. But Goto hasn't been able to increase his levels here. They've dipped.
44.
Dipped markedly.
$100.
It's a good find with dart number 3. Just edges him in front once again.
100. $85.
Crucial last from Goto does get him down to a finish. Brown looking to set one up.
137.
Does so magnificently.
So more you require 142.
And again, Goto, he's down to a finish, but it's another big ask. Another in there. 2 perfect darts, his tops for a 142.
122. Keegan, you require 40.
That was very close, but Brown can wrap it up Tens has been a bit of a friend in this
shot.
one, and it comes
And a
to his
match.
rescue
Keegan
once
Brown.
more. The jubilant Keegan Brown finally gets off the mark in Group B. He has won a game, and he's won it very nicely. He could still qualify despite losing his first 5 matches of the group. Again, the numbers are strong from Keegan Brown, and because that match was a 4-0 scoreline, that in turn has sent David Evans through to finals night. He has qualified. 4 out of the 6 spots have been filled. 2 remain. David Evans is through after that big win from Keegan Brown. Welcome back. And a nice moment for Keegan Brown before the break. A 4-0 win over Tomogoto. He needs to rely on essentially Tommy Lishman really faltering where he need to qualify. David Evans is into finals night. He is through on a leg difference minimum. Of course, still plenty more matches for him to play, of course, but he can relax now safely through. He's been a standout performer of this Group B so far. Jamie Owens as well, playing some really nice stuff tonight too. He is also up there on 8 points. So Evans is back up to face Lishman, who can put some demons to rest, given that he's just had the singular match off the back of missing 8 match darts in that defeat to Jamie Owens. And Lishman did get the better of Evans when these two faced off yesterday. 4-2 the scoreline. That was on the Evans throw as well. So Lishman, of course, has the darts this time around. So all the signs are there for a Lishman recovery.
First leg, Tommy to throw first. Game on.
Well, you never quite know.
100.
Evans has been performing admirably so far in this Group B. Averages last
96.
night of 109, a level 100 as well. He's already started tonight with 106.
145.
But if there's any observation that we have made so far, is the only time that we've seen a little bit of a lull, a bit of a dip in the form of David Evans was against Tommy Lishman yesterday.
45.
And Tommy Lishman was the only name that David Evans actually mentioned in his pre-match interview. So I'm probably just making up a
60.
narrative, reading into it a little bit too much. But it could be that this is the player that David Evans thinks is the one to beat.
Yeah, I'm going to back you up on that. I think there is definitely something in that. Although, why
58.
else would David mentioned it? And you can understand why he did. Lishman flying high, having
71.
the best year of his darting career so far. Third in the Challenge Tour Order of Merit. Only Derek Coulson and Joe Hunt
98.
ahead of him.
Tommy, you require 125.
And some big names in the chasing pack on the Challenge Tour table, some of whom we will be seeing here next week.
113.
Well, that was almost spectacular. Nevertheless, Evans once again, it's against Lishman where
58.
he's just
Tommy, you
lagging
require
behind a
12.
little bit. Well, this could be awkward.
Game show on the first leg.
Not a jar.
Tommy Lishman.
Made it look easy in the end, did Lishman.
Second leg, David to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, and I know it's only one leg, and I know it's a leg that is lost against the darts, but David Evans, we have waxed lyrical about the big scores, the big averages, the big finishes. The fact that he's played
40.
so well, he's already qualified through, and he's averaging just a smidge over 65 at the moment. I know we're only in the second leg right at the start, but it's just indicative of the fact that perhaps he's
60.
just thinking a little bit too much about the opponent and not about how well he's playing.
$60.
And yet with Evans, he knows he's already through. He can relax. It's neither here or there, you would think. But on the other hand,
97.
I think Dave will want to top the group.
Yeah, not just that. It will have an impact on the two players at the foot of the table as well. If Lishman gets a win here, it moves him on to 8 points.
180.
And then pretty much it will be down
60.
to jostling for position as opposed to who will or won't qualify. Goto still with a bit of a shout.
42. $100.
Well, Keegan Brown off the back of that win before the break, he needs Evans to do him a big favour in defeating Lishman.
99.
Otherwise, Brown will be eliminated.
$44. David, you require 80.
A chance here for Evans to level it up. And it's 2 in hand at double 10.
60.
I don't think he can quite believe just how
Tommy, you require
that
140.
second one didn't go in. And now Lishman. Won't trouble the 140.
100. David, you require 20.
Will he be back for tops? Evans back to 210s. Bit more room for manoeuvre.
Game shot on the second leg.
Favourable angle.
David Evans.
And dispatches it to bring himself level.
Third leg, Tommy to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, just giving Tommy Lishman once again a little bit to think about. Really was an intriguing clash, that opening one for Tommy Lishman between him and Jamie Owens, because Lishman raced into a 3-1
41.
lead. He had darts to win 4 legs to 2. Owens managed to force the last leg decider, and then 8 darts missed in total for the match by
96.
Tommy Lishman. It really was kind of a game of two halves for him. Riding high,
100.
really confident start, and then that confidence you could just see slightly ebbing away as Jamie was working his way back into the match.
Yeah, that last leg was incredibly nervy.
58.
Very, very tense.
But this is better once again from Lishman. Finds his first maximum of the match.
180. $81.
Lishman now just looking to set things up. Another one of those will be handy.
100.
But from this position, I think he'll settle for a ton.
$99. Tommy, you require 80.
So just has to stay straight. Well, that was a cheeky attempt at tops.
Game
I guess
shot on
over the
third
line
leg.
nevertheless
Tommy
anyway.
Lishman.
It was nicely done in the end from Lishman. He's back in
Fourth leg,
front.
David to throw first.
Yeah, if you're going to go
Game
that
on.
route and you don't find the first dart in tops, you want to be going low. The risk of going that way, if it does go high, is you kind of look and feel a little bit silly when you've got 3 darts in hand.
180.
Evans finding his second maximum of this match so far.
92.
Gets a nod of approval as well, did Lishman, off his opponent.
$134. $140.
I think we both expected that to be a maximum.
There are just times where the rhythm and... When I say he looks like he's throwing nonchalantly, he's not.
140.
But you can just see that he's feeling that good and that comfortable in the way that he's throwing, that the other two just flow. This feels very much like another one.
99. David, you require 47.
Evans continues to up his levels in this match.
Game shot on the fourth
And he's
leg.
back level again.
David
This
Evans.
is a good little battle.
Fifth leg, Tommy to throw first. Game on.
Just asking questions of Tommy Lishman. Really impressive 11 dart leg from Evans.
Yeah, and in this particular match, it
57.
feels like it's kind of come out of nowhere. But in the context of everything else that Dave Evans has done against his opponents in the other matches, then it feels more like we've been waiting for it to start here for David Evans.
100.
Yeah, and you probably
41.
get the feeling and can ask the question now that if this does go the way of David Evans and Tommy Lishman loses his opening 2 matches, you know, how much pressure does that pile on the shoulders of the group favourite, the week
100.
favourite?
Yeah, and guess who his final match is against? The man who's chasing him, Keegan Brown.
39.
Also has Tomoya Goto left to face. Goto is in an even better spot than that of Keegan,
60.
but hasn't quite hit the heights numbers-wise so far this evening. That could change, of course.
Yeah, you often feel with Group B
100.
that 8 points is normally enough, but we have seen it that players, I've been here on a couple of occasions, it was the pairs and a singles for Steve Beaton where he's been in Group B, picked up 8 points, and both occasions has finished fourth on the table.
Could be the case again
58.
in this sort of group.
David, you require
Despite
136.
the week so far, where sort of low points tallies have been enough. This is the crucial leg of the match, really, in that
46.
Lishman is now looking slightly vulnerable on his throw. Evans back for 90.
100. David, you require 90.
First real opportunity Dave Evans has had to break the Lishman throw. There's a solitary dart at the ball.
65. Tommy, you require 106.
Big moment then for Lishman. Is he up to it? Treble 18. Double 16. Oh,
And so on
he
the
is
fifth
up
leg.
to it.
Tommy Lishman.
Fantastic from Lishman. It's another
Sixth leg,
apology.
David 2 for first.
It's very
Come
very
on.
apologetic. Don't apologise, Tommy. He thought that was a bit cheeky.
He did say yesterday just how much he enjoys playing David Evans.
180.
And actually, it's just reminded me, the other thing he promised us was a 9 darter. It was in this match
81.
yesterday that we had the attempt for a 9. Well, Dave Evans couldn't believe it.
Thoughts of a
56.
9 dart from Lishman on anywhere in his brain at the moment. He just needs to win.
Yeah, he doesn't feel like he's quite in that full-flowing form that he was
79.
yesterday. But despite that, he still has the lead.
58.
I mean, these guys are good mates, aren't they? Off the hockey. This has been mentioned a few times, but I get the feeling that this is like slightly more deeper rooted when it comes to this.
100.
Dave knows that he's already through. Tommy Lishman is almost there. This is about bragging rights, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. Given, as you've already illustrated, that Lishman really is comfortable playing
95.
David Evans.
And you don't normally see too much of a reaction, and the fact that Tommy Lishman kind of did this kind of comical laugh as he came back behind Dave.
45. David,
He
you require
knows that he
112.
just about got away with one.
Evans still well placed, though, to send us all the way to a last leg decider.
38.
Would have wanted more from that visit. Lishman looking for a repeat salvo to when he got in the previous leg.
180.
Again, it looks nonchalant.
David, you require 74.
And again, a massive score, and Lishman down to a double, putting all the pressure on this 74 for Evans. It's a good guide, a good marker.
58.
Just the wrong side.
Remonstrating with the live lounge fly.
Tommy, you require 16.
Can't believe it. Lishman. Match start in hand. It is a bit awkward. Right the way across
Game
the left.
shot
What a
and a
find. What a
match.
pick-off
Tommy
that was for
Lishman.
Lishman, who again is apologetic to his great mate there. But he wins again 4-2. Evans is already through, we know that, and Lishman is now going some way to joining Evans on finals night. It wasn't wholly pretty at times, but the 106 was crucial. It's a 4-2 win for Tommy Lishman. Three quarters of the way through this captivating Group B then. And it's been incident-packed. We've seen moments of quality and magnificence. Turning into a good evening for Jamie Owens, who got off to the best possible start, a 97 average with a 4-1 win over Tomoya Goto. David Evans bettered that. It was the same scoreline over Keegan Brown. However, Evans averaged 106. Then things got a little bit nervy in that last leg shootout between Owens and Tommy Lishman. Lishman missing 8 match starts. Owens tidying up for his second win of the night. And poor old Keegan Brown, who had been luckless, but he finally got his win in this group. And it was a big one, 4-0 over Tomoya Goto. Fantastic celebration. But unfortunately for Keegan, due to the fact that Tommy Lishman got a win over David Evans, who is already through. He's qualified from Group B into finals night. That does mean that Keegan Brown has been eliminated. So those are the most recent results there. 4-2 the scoreline for Lishman over Evans, who Again, scoring brilliantly. 3 maximums for Stretch. Owens and Lishman very tense indeed. We see there the next match between Jamie Owens and Keegan Brown. That's how the table looks. 3-way go on 8 points between Evans, Lishman and Owens, but due to that really significant advantage in the leg difference column, that is why Evans is up in gold. So match 6 of the night then is between Jamie Owens and Keegan Brown, and Owens can send himself through along with Evans. He only needs 3 legs in this match to qualify, but I'm sure, Laura, he won't be thinking about that. He'll just be thinking about getting the win.
Absolutely. Yeah, he is uber competitive and he's playing very well. I know you mentioned that nervy leg against Lishman in his previous outing, but he still managed to get across the line. He's 2 from 2 and has the chance here to go through the card. The only player now left out of the 5 that hasn't lost a game tonight.
First leg, Jamie to throw first. Game on.
And he has the darts here. Again, it'll still be interesting to see just how Keegan performs here. He could still upset someone's night. Tomoyo Goto still, of course, can be the one that can leapfrog someone potentially to book his spot into finals night. But in terms of Tomoyo, we haven't really seen the same sort of levels
86
that we've seen from him this week.
Yeah, and absolutely. And he's going to need to win big if he is to make any dents into the leg difference. That is
57.
the key indicator that even if he wins his next couple of games, then you've got players that he's playing against that, again, just need legs as opposed to actual wins.
58.
There was a bit of a theme, wasn't there, today in Group C, where the players that struggled yesterday, they had a much better day today.
42.
And actually, some of the best stuff they produced was after the point of being able to qualify. We saw it from Jose Justicia, who put in his
54.
best performance of the match straight after the point, where it kind of didn't count for anything, particularly in terms of moving forward into Saturday. And I'm just wondering if we might see the same
86.
here from Keegan.
Yeah, you're right. There was sort of a whole entire round of fixtures this afternoon in Group C where the bottom 3 all defeated the top 3. But then again, it was that sort of group. It was that sort of day. 12 points enough not just to qualify from Group C, but to
100.
win it.
Jamie, you require 112.
Yeah, just double checking the score. And that is what the referee is there
96.
for, just making sure, because I think he
Keegan
thought it was
required
66 left at first, but it was 76.
Which is the target for Keegan.
Game show on the first leg.
And he pings
Keegan
it in
Brown.
2.
Second leg, Keegan.
The
to
damage
throw
was done, of
first.
course, last night for
Game
Keegan.
on.
Much like, I suppose, with Aaron in Group C, the damage was done on the Thursday, given those damaging heavy
93.
defeats. And ultimately, Aaron didn't qualify just on leg difference.
Yeah, you said earlier 12 points was enough to win, but 12 points wasn't
93.
enough, because that's exactly what Aaron got, but he found himself in 3rd place.
$121. $66.
Well, as mentioned, Jamie Owens just needs the 3 legs, but Keegan Brown, once
134.
again, in the ascendancy.
Aaron's looking to join his
81.
good friend
Keegan, you require
Grundy
153.
in to finals night. Treble 19.
121.
Very good indeed. Couldn't lang a big check out, but certainly set it up nice enough.
60. Keegan, you require 32.
Double 8.
Game shot on the second leg.
And the doubling has
Keegan
been there now for Keegan Brown.
Yeah, it's been much better
Third
this
leg,
evening.
Jamie to throw first.
It's been the area
Game
that
on.
has been problematic for Keegan all week. Got away with it on the first couple of days, but not in Group B, not with the calibre of player that we've got.
85.
But Keegan is most definitely asking questions here of Jamie Owens. Now, Jamie Owens did battle back in that match against Tommy Lishman from 3-1 down.
37.
He is that ultimate competitor.
Steps across, wants the maximum.
140.
Brown looking
58.
for cover, not finding any. Owens working his way back into this one. Only needs 3 legs, of
55.
course. That will be enough for him to book his spot into finals night tomorrow.
And he's looking on course to pick up his first one in this match.
85.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from
171.
Jamie Owens.
Absolutely fantastic.
58. Jamie, you require
Now-
50.
He has been very good on tops. And yes, that is, you feel, the right decision.
30.
I agree, it was the right decision. Okay, he hasn't hit it, but Brown is well back on 263. It does seem as though Owens has
58.
learned his lesson.
Yeah,
Jamie,
'cause
you
if you're
require
only just
20.
joining us here on Pluto TV, there was a moment earlier on in a previous match where, with 41 left, opted to go for 9, and it all just went really wrong from that point.
15.
There was an argument to be made there as well that he probably could have busted his score. Hindsight, a wonderful thing, of course, but
100.
Brown wasn't on a finish, and
Jamie, you
now
require 5.
it gets a little bit awkward for Owens.
At that point, just making sure the single number does so. Double 1.
No score.
Well, Keegan is
Keegan,
on
you
a
require
finish now.
105.
And this really would hurt.
Single for double.
73.
That wasn't too far
Jamie, you
away.
require
Look at the
5.
face on Keegan Brown. He knew that had a big chance, but such has been the story of his week so far. It goes the wrong side of the wire. Double 2 once more now for Owens.
Game shot on
Finds
the
it
third
this
leg.
time.
Jamie Owens.
Survives a bit of a scare to finally get a leg on the
Full
board in
flag,
this
Keegan
one.
to throw first. Game on.
Possibly more than a bit of a scare. Shake of the head there from Owens, because that leg was the first time he'd actually had a dart of a double, and it took him 7. It was his 8th dart that actually hit
83.
the double.
Just taking that bit of time just to take the sting out of things and just reassess, refocus.
140.
Seems to have worked.
Yeah, and he's one of these players that has decided and done it consciously to take a little break away
58.
from darts for just a short time in the big scheme of things, a month or so. Focus on a bit of fitness. And he said since he's come back and he's playing, he feels so much better, and he's kind of consistently putting 10 points on his average than what we've seen previously. And it is darts like that that's seeing him kind of playing these kind of levels.
57.
Streamlining. This is the streamlined Jamie Owens. Saying he's lost a bit of timber, feeling good in himself.
141.
New darts working well.
It's a very good leg indeed. 140, 180, 141.
99. Jamie, you require 40.
Top 10 for Owens and a 10 darter. Has to.
20.
Over adjusts, dips low. But again, much like the previous leg, there's no need to panic at the moment, at least.
90.
But just like
Jamie,
the
you
last
require
leg,
20.
Keegan Brown just tapping on the shoulder here of Jamie Owens.
He's gone inside again. Good guide, if he can utilise it. Oh,
10.
the guide was utilised, and it
Keegan,
still
you require
didn't go.
114.
Yeah, I'm not sure he can fathom quite how he managed to get a dart in between that first dart on the wire.
Game
Oh.
shot on the fourth leg.
What a
Keegan
finish
Brown.
that is. Shanghai 19s by Keegan Brown.
Fifth leg,
Steals
Jamie
it
two,
away
throw
from
first.
Owens, who can see the funny side.
Game on.
And Keegan is a leg away from back-to-back wins. Where has this been?
$100.
Former World Youth Champion wants to upset someone's evening. He wants to drag someone down with him.
Yeah, and I do wonder if Jamie Owens actually did know coming into this match that it was just the 3 legs he needs. I know that the focus will be on the win. It's always the way with someone like Jamie, but when you know and it's in the back of your mind and you kind of
41.
playing leg by leg as opposed to just looking at the entire picture, then you get on the back end of that 114 finish. You think maybe for Jamie Owens, he may just have to wait a little while before any
97.
kind of confirmation is made for that for a place in the finals.
$58.
Well, Owens may have to wait before his qualification is confirmed.
100.
There's a bit of a dip sort of mid-match from Keegan, but other than that, it's been another
92.
good
Keegan,
showing.
you require 170.
This will be a good show. It's off the hook.
46.
Yeah, and the setup not ideal from Keegan Brown.
56. Keegan, you require 124.
Another go then at wrapping it up. Can't find the treble 19. Over to you 16s with
52.
88 remaining, and now
Jamie, you require
sat on
154.
72. Owens can keep this one going, but it's wayward.
And all Jamie Owens can do now is hope that Keegan Brown can't convert the 72.
84.
The finishing in this match
Keegan,
from
you
Keegan
require
has been
72.
much better. 3 from 5, including the 114. And the shot is on double 12. Double 6 for a 4-1 win. And
Round the
Keegan
match,
Brown
Keegan
gets
Brown.
across the line. His second win of the night. Second win of Group B. And for Jamie Owens, if he is to progress through to finals night, that wait will continue into the rest of this evening. There you see the tail of the tape, much improved from Keegan Brown, and he wins 4 legs to 1.
How does he hit that?
The
That's
interceptor.
how he hits it! And Jensen Walker is a Super Series success story.
It's the biggest win I've had yet, so without a doubt, it's unbelievable.
And just going through the process.
Game shot.
But it's Van Velzen, it's the Lion who roars.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Week 2 winner is Keanu Van Velzen.
Sagansky, cometh the moment, cometh the hour. And it's game, shot, and a match.
Looking at that trophy, yeah, my name needs to be on there, so that's why I'm here.
Look at this from Ham. That is special.
That's a great start. Tops is required. Oh, what a shot there from Stephen Johnston.
He's got double 16.
And
he's bolted it.
Are we going to have a little bit of champagne? Oh, we are. Crack open the bubbly.
What a lineup. Arguably the most stacked regulation week we have ever seen at the Modus Super Series. Half of Group A participated in Champions Week in Series 13. Radek Zagansky, Derek Coulson renewing their rivalry from Champions Night. Jono Van Velzen, a winner as well back in Series 13. Jensen Walker won the whole thing in Series 10. Colin McCochran and Ricardo Ham, Scott Mitchell's favourite player. Given that it's Scotty Dog's birthday for another 5 minutes, he will be delighted to see Ricardo back here at the Live Lounge. Take a look at Group B. Danny Ayres, recent Challenge Tour winner. He's back. He's part of those players that it's about time he won a week here. He's alongside James Beaton on debut and Matt Denon as well, thriving on the ADC circuit in the West Midlands. And Group C, Harry Ward, what a player, joined by Stephen Johnston and Oliver Mitchell. Try and pick a winner out of that. Sort of hard to fathom that 11 of those players won't be in Champions Week.
It really is. Yeah, absolutely. You've got some real proven winners, some proven talent, but then you've got the likes of James Beaton, who's doing good things on the development tour. That being played this weekend. Did make a top 16 today.
And again, like Danny Ayres, like I say there, he's another, such as Tommy Lishman, such as Brian Roman.
Yeah.
Robbie Martin, Carl Wilson, Alex Williams.
Tommy
it's about time they won a week. Tommy Morris.
Tommy Morris, yeah. Came desperately close last week. It's a couple of finals he's missed out on now.
60.
Desperately close in the previous series. Keanu Van Velzen beat him in Series 13. Derek Coulson seeking a 6th weekly win. He may not even be favourite on Monday morning.
180.
Well, the perfect start to this match for Tomoya Goto. No, it'd be interesting to see how the odds
94.
compilers do everything for next week, because I could make a case for pretty much everyone in the lineup.
Yeah, Radek Zagansky. Quiet, unassuming,
97.
all business. We saw now I never know now for Goto.
140.
Harry Ward as well. What a player he is.
Yeah, doing good things on the Challenge Tour. Stepped up again onto the Pro Tour. As you say.
Jensen Walker. He's done it all before. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, and I guess you have to spare a thought for
59.
everyone else, all the players in that field, because whoever gets through it, they're going to have earned it.
I mean, we may not have even mentioned the player who's going to go on and win the whole thing next week. And Goto starting strongly here, finally getting going. Nice scenes, good sportsmanship once again. This Group B has been played in fantastic spirit.
Yeah, well, winning opening leg, a break throw,
66.
11 darts was all it took for Tomoya Goto. But he needs to maintain it. He needs to find a way past Lishman. Goto will
100.
finish off all the action later on this evening, or in the early hours of Saturday morning against David Evans.
Well, the issue that Goto has here is much as the same that Keegan Brown experienced just an hour ago, really.
130.
And it was Keegan Brown, despite Lishman just lobbing one at the bull again, that inflicted a real heavy defeat on Tomoya, really putting a severe dent into his leg
100.
difference, which could be the difference.
And let's be honest, it was a night of two halves for Goto yesterday. Goto lost his opening two, won the back
101.
two, ended up on 4 points, 2 wins out of the 4. On the same points as Jamie Owens. He's lost his opening 2 here, but he's made a really strong start against Tommy Lishman.
93. Tommy, you require 170.
Come on then, Tommy. Reel it in. Just a bit too low. We did see it this afternoon, of course.
56.
Yeah, that was from our Davey
Tommy, you require 102.
Neil, who is already safely through to Saturday night. Double 12 once again.
90. Tommy, you require 114.
I'll be surprised if he goes the same way that Keegan Brown went. He doesn't. This is much more regulation from Lishman. Just has to step across now. Sticking with the 18s.
Tomorrow you require 12.
Interesting choice there. Goto to double his advantage with double 6.
1 dart in hand. It's double 3.
Game shown the second
It's
leg.
well
Tomoya
executed. It's a
Goto.
2-0 lead for Tomoya Goto in a match he has to win.
Third leg, Tommy to throw first. Game on.
Steely look on the face of Tomoya Goto.
97.
A player who's had some real big experiences in the world of darts. 4-time participant at the PDC World Cup of Darts. Not in the team this year. Those honours go to Sakai and Muramatsu.
55.
That's played in the Asian Championship 2 times, at the PDC World Championship and on the World Series. So he most definitely has a lot of experience
60.
to draw upon.
Again, his appearance here, it's the second time Tomoya has appeared here at the Super Series. And
134.
again, just to sort of tread old ground what we discussed yesterday, I really do hope it encourages more players off the Asian Tour to take the chance, travel over, back themselves,
100.
and give it a go.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. We have had a few. I'm pretty sure Muramatsu's played here previously.
Yeah.
Mikuru Suzuki. But we do have a little personal wish list, don't we, of who we want to see.
99.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I will present a session in Royden Lamb's goggles if we can get him over.
I'll hold you to that.
Do it.
56.
I'm not even sure just how often Royden's playing these days. But yeah, as we've discussed before, Paul Lim's the one, isn't it?
Oh, most definitely.
139.
The only player that I know that has attempted to play darts on a high-speed train.
78.
With some
Tomoya
success,
requires
until there was a
74.
bend in the track.
Goto. For 3-0.
38. Tommy, you require 110.
And again, much like Keegan, where's this been in this group?
Yeah, you get to that. Well, for Keegan, it was the point of no return. For Goto, it's almost the same thing, but producing some of their best. But Lishman,
80.
oh, the 110 was on, but it's a chance here for Goto to do potentially the unthinkable. Go 3-0 up against Tommy Lishman.
Game show on the third leg.
And
Tomoya
it is 3-0.
Goto. Fourth leg, Tomoya to throw first. Game on.
Off the back of a whitewash defeat, he's now throwing for a whitewash win against Lishman.
Again, just needs to maintain this focus, maintain this accuracy, averaging in excess of a ton. We were kind of waiting for him to find these kinds of levels. And okay, it's taken the back end of the 5th day of play, but this is good stuff when he really needs it.
100. $30.
Well, that could be the opening Lishman needs. Again, much like Owens in the previous match,
41.
doesn't necessarily have to win this game, just needs a couple of legs to cement his spot into Saturday, even though it is technically now Saturday anyway.
100.
Steady ton from Goto.
$45.
Things are starting to look like they're getting a little bit difficult for Tommy Lishman. As you say, some real parallels between this match and the previous one for Jamie Owens. A reminder that the only person at the moment who has secured a spot through
61.
Group B is David Evans.
Yeah, past the midnight hour, and there are still 2 spots left to play for. It's not always the case.
170.
It's like a reverse 170 that started on the ball.
Reeling out the big fish, throwing it back into the water.
Casting? I don't know what you call it. You wouldn't cast with a fish actually on it, would you?
Depends what you're trying to catch.
140. Tommy, you require 145.
Good visit from Goto, just serving as a reminder, and there's pressure applied on this 145 for Lishman.
And you notice the throw very much more deliberate. Opts to go the 15s first, so 100 remaining, and it just drops low.
105.
And when he speeds up, finds what he's looking for.
Tomorrow you require 75.
Too deliberate, wasn't it? And Goto could wrap it up. 75 points away from doing so. That doesn't overly help. It's not a total disaster, but a shot at a double is now turned into a shot at the bullseye.
He has to be careful here. Our players do go for the treble. Well, he finds the treble.
Yeah, forget the shot at bull. Try double 9. There it is. And what a win that is.
Goto.
Where has that been from Tomoya Goto? 4-0 over Tommy Lishman. Goto is still fighting away there. He can still qualify himself from Group B. It's his best performance of this group stage so far. 95.5 average. Good performance.
Well, what a match we have just been treated to. Tomoya Goto keeping his hopes alive for Saturday night with a 4-0 win over Tommy Lishman. His best performance of the group for Tomoya Goto. And now we cast our attention back to David Evans, who we know is through. We know he's going through to Saturday night. Jamie Owens is in need of a couple of legs to join him. But for Jamie Owens, his last outing, well, he lost out 4-1 against Keegan Brown. And a bit like in Group C, Sam, those players at the foot of the table, they're the ones beating the ones at the top of the table. And it's making for very interesting reading. And it could come down to the very last match of the evening, which sees Tomoya Goto take on David Evans.
Yeah, they're going down kicking and screaming, aren't they? Owens, of course, needed just 3 legs to book his spot into finals night. Only got 1 in that match against Brown. So now, I'm sure you can do the maths. He only needs 2.
It all makes perfect sense. It doesn't always. The permutations can get relatively complicated. I mean, the one thing we do know that if Tomoya Goto has any chance of getting through, then he is still relying on other results going his way. Plus, he has to beat David Evans in order to get on the same amount of points. He's still behind on leg difference.
Well, those results going his way is Keegan Brown
64
against Tommy Lishman. Lishman now slightly vulnerable himself, sat in 3rd in the live league table. Owens with a better leg difference.
94.
But this,
David, you require 140.
of course, Owens' final match of Group B. Evans with 1 to play, as we've already mentioned. And he is in the mood.
124.
This was a really closely run match yesterday, and it was Evans that just... Oh, it was Evans that edged out Owens. It was actually 4-1. So I was looking at the 180
66.
count for Jamie Owens as opposed to the leg
16.
difference, because Jamie Owens hit 3 maximums in that match, but
to
no avail.
David Evans.
Yeah, it was the match of the night last night, this one, wasn't it?
Second
7
leg, Jamie
maximums in total.
Come on.
Owens with a 96 average. Losing 4-1, as you say there, with Evans 109.48, winning it with a 1-2-1.
So yeah, it's come to that point of the night, I think, that all of my notes and all the numbers are kind of jumbling round in front of
100.
me. But it has been a really intense couple of days. I think the words that we've used quite often. Yesterday, I think the word of the day was frustration, and today it's all about the battle.
100. $57.
Could be set for a grandstand finish of this group.
Yeah, and there was a point that it really looked likely that the likes of the top 3 front runners, Jamie Owens, Dave Evans and Tommy Lishman, were going to run away with it. But Tomoya Goto, by virtue of that previous result, he's still in with a shout.
We heard from Jamie Owens at the top of the show this evening. Says he always sort of aims for the minimum of 2 wins out of 4 in Group B night. He's already got his 2 wins, but it might not be
50.
enough.
David, you require 121.
And look what is left. Hit this to win the match. I cannot repeat the feat.
65. Jamie, you require 160.
And a couple of these that Owens has fancied, but the second dart has let him down. Not this time. How about the third?
120.
What an effort.
David, you require 56.
But Evans is there to punish. Just about finds the single 16 up to the top of the board. And again, it's a clinical finish from Dave Evans.
Third leg, David,
2 legs, 1 in 30 darts, averaging once again in excess of 100. The one thing you will say about Jamie Owens is he does seem to bring out the best in quite a lot of these players.
60.
Because in the main, he's been consistently averaging around about 94.
57.
You've got to play well to beat him. sort of B game won't be enough against Owens.
93.
No, there haven't really been too many signs of wavering.
98.
I guess the outlier tonight was that game against Keegan Brown, but we did surmise that perhaps Jamie Owens just knew that it wasn't necessarily required to win. He just needed legs, and the focus, maybe just the attention drawn to that detail.
100.
Time is whittling away.
140.
That's a good visit.
But that's an inviting first start for Dave Evans, but well, that one flew over the top.
Bit of a lurch, wasn't it?
140.
Owens now really does have to start forcing the issue here. Just needs 2 legs.
98. David, you require
This
108.
is the thing, as games and legs go on, time starts running out, the pressure starts to build, and we may be seeing that for both Jamie Owens and Tommy Lishman.
68. Jamie, you require 108.
This has got to go. It won't go.
53. David, you require 40.
And this is starting to become a bit of a
James Shaw on the
concern
third
for
round.
Owens as
David
Evans goes 3-0 to the good.
Fourth leg, Jamie to throw first. Game on.
He will then have to rely on David Evans in that final match of the group
100.
against Tomoya Goto. From foe to friend in the bat of an eye.
And that's where you don't want to be in these group stages. You don't want to be relying on favours, but if you are going to send anyone in to essentially bat for you, then I don't think David Evans is too poor a combatant. But the concern here for Jamie Owens is this is now 5 consecutive legs that have gone against him.
81. 140.
Yeah, should have been a switch there at the end for Jamie Owens, so left himself on a bogey number. And David Evans, if he can find another one in there, will be on a finish.
140.
He does.
Chinks in the armour of Owens. Eighteens is the play.
97. David, you require
But he now
140.
has to watch on and hope that Evans misses. He has.
Jamie Owens in this match has only had 1 dart at a
57.
double. That was off the back of
Jamie, you
the
require
160 attempt. He should be getting at least 1 more. Well, he's going to get 2.
Needs 2 legs to send
James
himself
on
through,
the
and there's
fourth
one
round.
of them.
Jamie Owens.
It's a frustrating thumbs up.
Fifth leg, David to throw first.
But Owens,
Game on.
despite trailing 3-1, he's a leg away of joining Evans into finals night.
It's kind of a bit of an accusational thumbs up. I mean, it's not the board's fault. It felt very much towards the board.
140.
Despite what you think, it's an inanimate object. It doesn't have feelings, Jamie.
92.
David Evans here with the advantage of throw.
100. 59.
Evans comes up dry, so Evans now firmly in command.
92.
It's a good switch. There wasn't much more he could do after The first couple of darts.
63.
Has left himself on a bogey number, but there is no reply coming from Jamie Owens. And it could just be a really nervy wait in the back room for Owens.
59. David, you require 109.
6 minimum. Shots off.
77.
But the setup is good. Very good indeed.
Now the power scoring arrives.
100.
Never seen anyone quite so disgusted after hitting a 180. Evans for the match. Almost a grin on his face. He's got the 4-1 win. Owens needed 2 legs to progress. He only got one of them. He now has to watch on nervously as Evans looks to injure our esteemed colleague. Evans is through. He's won Group B. The nervous wait for Owens has only just begun.
Welcome the TMG Worthing Academy to the Modus Live Lounge. The young prospects paving the future of darts. with the unforgettable experience of meeting the players and throwing on the Live Lounge stage.
I want to give everyone go mental for these three people. They have thrown amazing darts.
100.
So the game on that one is to Owen. Well done, Archie. $99. Game to Ben. $58. Aussie. Ben. Aussie. It's Archie.
Think your academy would enjoy the full Live Lounge experience? Get in touch and email superseries@motorsports.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Double five.
Game shot
He
of the
does
match. Come on,
get the win. He really has been the thorn in the side of John Henderson this week.
Game shot
He
of the
can
match.
hit the
Beautiful.
double, and somehow he grabs the first 2 points of the evening. You've got to hit it. And with the most difficult dart of the night, he finds 2 points, courtesy of that double seven.
100.
Wow, he's miscounted
Ashley Carr, 40.
at exactly the wrong time. It was Topsley.
Game shot
It
of the
was
match.
that. And
Ashley
Coleman, by hitting it, has actually qualified for the semi-finals. Let's see if this sits right with the Scot. Time for the hammer. Right in the
Game shot of
middle.
match, Scott Campbell.
Wow, what a shot that is from Campbell. Over the top. He's going to have to keep going to the right. He can't hit it from the left. He can't. But he's going to try. And
Game shot of the
succeed.
match, Johnny Morris.
All your wishes have come true, Ashley Coleman. Because
Game shot of
you
the
are
match,
now
Ashley
in the
Coleman.
final.
Two darts in hand for the match, but he
Game
only
shot
needs
of
the
match.
one,
And the winner of
and
the
it
Modus
is
Super
heartbreak
Series,
once again for Tommy
2014
Morris
Week
in
5,
the final,
the Prince of
as
Darkness,
Ashley Coleman
Ashley
is
Coleman.
victorious.
Your Week 5 champion for Series 14 is Ashley Coleman!
What a night it was for Ashley Coleman. He has booked his spot into Champions Week. The countdown is on for the biggest week of Series 14. Who will add their name into that illustrious list on that big trophy? Ashley Coleman will be there. You can be with us on Champions Night as well. Tickets are now available, as they are, of course, for each finals night in the lead up to Champions Week. All gets underway on the 20th of July. The peak of summertime on the south coast. What could be better? 2 more matches remain in Group B as we get back to business. Tommy Lishman still needs 2 legs to qualify. This, of course, his final match. Keegan Brown has refound his groove and is looking to really upset the apple cart here. Jamie Owens couldn't send himself through. He needed 2 legs as well. Only got 1 of them. Tomoya Goto can still qualify. He faces David Evans in the final match of Group B. Evans has already won this group.
First leg, Keegan to throw first. Game on.
The back of that whitewash defeat to Tomoya Goto, which Keegan served the same punishment upon Tomoya.
96.
And this has been a very frustrating group, hasn't it, Laura, for Keegan Brown?
75.
Yeah, and it's proving to also be a little bit frustrating for the likes of Tommy Lishman, Jamie Owens, who, yes, still in qualification spots, but still yet to confirm their place. But I do agree.
95.
I think we're starting to see some of the best from Keegan Brown at the point where, unfortunately for him, it's not counting towards qualification.
100.
It's always bizarre as to how it's turned out. Lishman, and indeed, given the start Owens had tonight, they were in cruise control.
140. 100. Keegan, you require 170.
Wow, wee bit wild there.
64.
And yet, Lishman not on a finish. But he will be now.
134. Keegan, you require 106.
Solid visit from Lishman, but it's Brown. Well, 86 required, treble 18 was the target.
40. Tommy, you require 92.
Options. Attempted.
56.
Double. Does
Keegan,
like
you
a double
require
18, does
66.
Lishman. He'll be back for one if this 66 doesn't go. Tops.
46.
Just see, it didn't really sit
Tommy, you
comfortably in the
require
hand of
36.
Keegan there. There was a lot of adjustment going on in the lead up to the release of that dart. Lishman over to
Aim
nines,
shot on the first
pings
leg.
it.
Tommy Lishman.
And despite only being 1-0 up, he is halfway there in essence.
Second leg, Tommy to throw
Yeah,
first.
no big
Game on.
reaction from Tommy Lishman, but it is an early break.
$57.
This yesterday, for me, was the match that kind of set the tone for the way that Keegan Brown's evening went. It was a really close fought match. Tommy Lishman edged
140.
out Keegan Brown by 4 legs to 3, but Tommy Lishman had to survive 14 match darts. It just was the tale of the evening for
60.
Keegan. Missed opportunities at the outer ring proved very costly indeed, and to date, just that little bit too much work to do.
Could have been all so different, like
43.
you say, Laura. It really did set the tone. Keegan tonight just did not improve whatsoever.
94.
It did in terms of the numbers side of things. What points win prizes in this format?
61. 140.
And that's a good 2 treble visit. Tommy Lishman down to a finish after 12.
$59. Tommy, you require 150.
Lishman in a real nice position now. 6 minimum here to get that crucial second leg that he requires. Keegan
120.
Brown shaking his head in the background there as Lishman attempted 3 falls. But again, Lishman always likes a bullseye, so why wouldn't you?
Well, I'm still not sure that when your place in the finals is not 100% guaranteed and you've got 150 left, is it necessarily the right decision?
158.
Well, that's the best way to
Tommy,
reply,
you require
right?
30.
Nevertheless, as you see there, Lishman's face quickly turned to business. This is awkward, and this is to send himself through. Brown, despite being a little bit cheeky, that's a tremendous setup. He awaits on tops, but
James on the
Lishman
second
has
leg.
held his
Tommy
nerve
Lishman.
very well indeed there, and he is through.
Third leg, Keegan to throw first. Game on.
Lishman joins Evans in progressing from Group B.
57.
The final spot is now a straight shootout between Owens and Goto. Owens has already played all of his matches. Goto
58.
needs a whitewash win over Evans in our final match.
60.
But for Lishman, he'll want to finish off this evening with a win. It has not been straightforward. It's not been plain sailing. He had that 4-0 defeat at the hands of Tomoya Goto in his last outing. Edged out David Evans, which has been a bit of a reoccurrence here at the Live Lounge, but lost his opener as well. So things have not gone quite to plan for Lishman, but ultimately it is all about qualification, and that's now what he's done.
Exactly right, Lishman. Very well adapting to making it through to Saturday night. He's done it on countless occasions. It has been on the Saturday night where Lishman in the past has come a cropper, 3 times semi-finalist. Aiming to go 2 steps better.
27. Tommy, you require 80.
He's attempted it a couple of times, but despite having almost all the space in the world to work with, he strayed one.
56.
It was almost like he was aiming for a corner of that tops that really wasn't vacant anymore.
57. Tommy, you require 24.
Still, no damage done. And Lishman can race into a 3-0 lead, and he does. He's one away from a win.
Full flag, Tommy to throw first. Game on. $86.
Inviting.
Well, still plenty of space for Keegan to find a third.
140.
Maybe just knocked off his rhythm.
$57.
Looking ahead briefly to that final match, you would still make Jamie Owens an overwhelming favourite to get that final qualification spot. Goto needing a 4-0 win. Could you imagine if he achieves it? Qualifying with back-to-back 4-0 victories. That would be some story. But it will be very, very tricky given the form displayed by David Evans.
No, I do agree.
55.
But if you told me that Goto was going to beat Tommy Lishman 4-0 in what was his best performance, averaging in excess of 95, then
93.
I would have thought that may have been a stretch too far against the weekly favourite. Darts is a funny old game.
42.
Certainly is.
$51. Keegan, you require 164.
Well, Lishman wants to finish with the biggest finish.
92.
Yeah, interesting choice there
Tommy
for
require
Tommy Lishman,
170.
opting to pick out the big 11 to make sure he left the big fish.
Another. Keegan Brown's nodding. Tommy Lishman is grinning. Bullseye.
122.
And much like his effort at a 9-darter
Keegan,
yesterday, the
72.
final one of the sequences found somewhat wanting. Double 12 for Brown over two sixes that
66.
goes inside, and that
Tommy, you require 48.
could well be that.
Tops down for 10s for a 4-0 win.
28.
But that dart to get
Keegan, you
over the
require
line,
6.
proving difficult for Lishman. And it's back in the court of
James on
Brown,
the
who
fourth
finds
leg.
double 3.
Keegan Brown. Fifth leg, Keegan to throw first. Game on.
On we go. Break of throw as well.
$43.
Both players, I'm sure, well aware of their fate.
28. $84.
Nice find.
Well, Lishman has just gone off the boil slightly, and that is not going to help the situation. Came very close to winning the match 4-0 off the back of that 170 attempt. And now it's Keegan that's on the charge.
Yeah, it's all gone a bit pear-shaped since that shot at the ball.
140.
He's got it back again, though, now, but Brown is in the ascendancy.
98.
Yeah, the more I'm watching Tommy Lishman this week, it's so much about that first start and getting the pace and the rhythm completely right. When he gets it right, it makes it look effortless.
Keegan, you require 136.
Well, Brown had his back to it. He dare not watch. Oh. That was a very antisocial deflection.
86.
As opposed to a social deflection.
Tommy, you
when it
require
goes in.
124.
It's been a very sociable Group B.
That it has.
Some showboating. That is fantastic. Tops. Oh.
84.
It was almost
Keegan, you
another
require 50.
spectacular finish from Lishman.
We are seeing some unique routes for these big finishes, but they haven't quite
James
paid
on the
off.
fifth
And
leg.
Keegan Brown now pulls it
Keegan
back
Brown.
within a leg.
Even chucked a dart away. Didn't want it. Didn't need
Six-leg
it.
Tommy to throw first. Get him on.
Lishman threatening exhibition finishes to wrap up a victory.
45. $45. $121.
Lishman does seem to be scoring better, in a point that you picked up on earlier when he's much more free flowing.
100.
It is very, very noticeable.
Yeah, this slightly more measured approach that we have seen him employ on a couple of occasions,
121.
especially right at the start of the session yesterday. Yeah, it just wasn't quite working. And it may be a subconscious thing that when you're under that little bit of pressure and you're really thinking about what you're trying to do, you do
137.
naturally slow down. You think, right, let's aim, let's try that bit harder. But for Tommy, it's so natural that when he does things like this, he scores big.
100.
We've seen Brown take out the 1-1-4 in that victory
41.
over Jamie Owens.
Tommy, you require
We're
114.
going to see the same route. We have seen all sorts of things tonight.
Well, he's continued to battle away his Keegs, but there was a
58.
look of resignation there. Given that he was unable to leave a finish, Lishman will return for 56 to wrap up this
53.
match.
Tommy, you require 56.
And then his attentions will turn to finals night. Tops.
36.
The wait goes on for Tommy Lishman.
Keegan, you require 125.
Now, 4 match starts come and gone.
I wasn't interested in a shot at the ball. He's going his own way. And it's
James on
exhibition
the sixth
stuff,
leg.
nonetheless, from
Keegan Brown.
Keegan Brown. Absolutely
Seventh and final
superb.
leg, Keegan 2 for first.
Some of the routes that we've seen Keegan Brown take. The 114 was a Shanghai on the 18s. Now the 145 the 125 starting off on the treble 15s. It's unorthodox,
93.
but effective.
Very. He enjoyed that one. I think we all did. Fantastic way to go.
109.
Maximum, the only way to go to kickstart the final leg against the darts.
Yeah, and Tommy has had chances. Tommy has had chances to
58.
win. 4 legs to 0. 4 legs to 1, 4 legs to 2. Is he going to get a chance to win? 4 legs to 3. As you say, it's a perfect start.
$41.
That was a perfect start, but he can't back it up.
No 9 darter from him tonight, which he promised.
He did.
80.
We shall have words, Sam.
Maybe he's saving it for a live
140.
audience.
Could have done it both days. Shouldn't promise things and don't deliver. No, it's been far from
60.
plain sailing, hasn't it,
Tommy
for Tommy
require
Lishman? It was
140.
more comfortable for him yesterday.
You thought that would happen.
100.
You did. And you could see Keegan Brown kind of chuckling in the background because I think he knew that was going to happen as well.
Certainly not shy at going
96.
top stops, is Lishman. We've
Tommy
seen it
require 40.
on numerous occasions, but he only needs one now. And it's another match-winning opportunity for Tommy. And
Game
this
shot and a
time,
match.
he
Tommy
takes it.
Lishman.
He only needed 2 legs, but he's got the 4 and gets the win as Keegan Brown bows out. It's been a valiant effort from Keegan tonight, but it's all about Tommy Lishman, who joined David Evans into finals night from Group B. David Evans features in our final match of the group. It's all on Tomoya Goto. He needs the lot. our final match of Group B. The equation is simple for Tomoya Goto. He needs to win 4-0. Any other outcome sees Jamie Owens progress along with Tommy Lishman and David Evans, who is Tomoya's opponent here. Evans has comprehensively won this group. It may not suggest that given the points tally. However, his leg difference is an absolute chasm between that and the chasing pack. It's never really looked in doubt for Stretch.
First leg, Tomoya to throw first.
But this
Game
is
on.
all about Tomoya Goto. Can he save himself from an almost impossible situation?
Yeah, and he's not being rushed. He knows how important every single leg, every single dart is. And you mentioned right from
60.
the very off, this was the first match that got all the Group B action underway. And it was a 4-0 result, but it was in favour of David Evans. It may just be
97.
that little step too far for Goto. I'm not saying to win, but to win and not allow David Evans a single leg. That hasn't looked likely when David's played anyone this week.
93.
Yesterday, Goto got better as the night progressed. He got 2 wins, which were his final 2 matches, and history could well repeat itself. But as you suggested,
96.
Laura, seeing Goto win this match wouldn't be a surprise. To see him win it 4-0 would be somewhat surprising. But you just never know.
99.
You don't. You really don't. Dave Evans, I'd say, is not the type of player, though, that loses that adrenaline and that edge to win. There are some players that, once they get across the line, they do.
38.
It's not intentional, but they can take their foot off the gas because they don't have that natural drive, that fear of not being in finals night. For Dave, you never get that.
$60.
Been a relatively pedestrian start from Goto, but
60.
Evans really hasn't taken the initiative either.
And you can find a 1-2 treble visit here. Set it up for when he returns.
99.
1 treble a time has proved okay so far for Goto. I don't know if that is a winning formula that will last.
60. Tomorrow you require 90.
Double 15.
Now that's awkward. Needs a little lift,
Then
and
on
it
the
is
first leg.
found.
Tomoya Goto.
Big last dart for Tomoya Goto.
Second leg, David
First
to
leg.
throw first. Game on.
Goes his way. Needs another 3 more without reply.
First leg, though, just to hold a throw. These from here. will be the proof of
81.
the pudding. Needs 2 breaks off Evans. Just going to be a tall order against a very tall player. Look at the disparity in heights, let alone.
134.
Well, they don't call David Evans Stretch for no reason.
180.
Placing them in perfectly. That is why this is such a tricky assignment for Goto.
But he's coming up with answers.
140.
And a bit like what we saw from some of the players in Group C earlier on today, what we've seen from Keegan Brown at the back end of
45.
this session. It's all just come a little bit too late for Goto.
It has, and yet, despite being on the wrong end of 4-1 scoreline against Evans, Jamie Owens is now Stretch's biggest
60.
fan. Sure he's watching on. Back in the players' room.
45.
Goto is first to a finish. He is doing all he can. Evans hasn't exactly left that suite. Probability suggests you'll have 6 from here.
And he's going to need all 6.
99. David, you require 150.
Another. Oh my word, double 18 to slam the door shut on Tomoyo Goto.
Tomoyo, you require
See from
68.
the action that David Evans wanted that double. But Goto with a bona fide break opportunity.
Gets 2. That was very close indeed. Goes the wrong side of it though.
David,
A
you
look
require
of
18.
pure exasperation from Tomoyo Goto and Evans. Bit of a slip, but the shot is still on, and that is that. It's Jamie Owens that progresses. It's the end of the road for Tomoyo Goto. A valiant effort, of that there is no doubt. Desperately unlucky with that first dart double 4. That would have felt so good on release.
It really would have. And he had a chance to go 2-0 up. Still would have had a bit of a way to go, but would have been halfway there.
And again, much like Group C, it's the same players after night 1 that remain in those qualification spots, but it really doesn't tell the story at all.
Yeah, it's been a strange week, but all the groups have kind of aligned.
100.
I guess the outlier ultimately would have been Group A, where it was Keegan Brown that was in pole position going into the last day, but Rob Grundy went through the card. That was the only significant change that we saw there. But as you say, Group B, Group C, those front runners after the first day, they remain in place, but it's not been plain sailing for any of them.
60. So
Goto failing to progress on both of his appearances here. Couldn't get through Group C on his debut week. Got into Group B, second time asking, but it came up short. But the margins have been very fine indeed.
60.
Just look at the way he started the evenings. It's just been too slow to get going, and that has been the difference. Such as Keegan Brown, the other player that hasn't progressed out of this group. The sort of reasons were the obvious ones.
58.
Goto, for me, seems like a player that finds some of his best stuff when his back is really against the wall. Lost his opening 2 yesterday, and that performance pressure must have kicked in, because you don't want to go through the whole day losing
96.
every game. And the same
Tomorrow
equation has happened tonight.
$91.
Really trouble the ABC 1, 2, 3, but sets it up very neatly. Shots off for Evans now as well. So Goto back to get back in front.
49. Tomorrow you require 32.
Just for another hold of throw. And you feel that should be a good guide for Goto, but he just overcooks it with dart 2 and
no score.
A bit like the last leg, it's a slip
David, you
into
require
the wrong bed.
76.
Two in hand at 2-8. And we've seen this plenty. Big step to the left.
60.
This time the outcome's slightly different. Yeah, it's on the floor.
Third. Tomorrow you
was
require
a
32.
Double thumbs up at the innate object that was on the floor.
Has to keep on shuffling. Just to open up the target.
16.
Have a little bit to work with, but
David, you
pained
require
expression
16.
from Goto. Evans. 2-2s.
Game shot on
Finds
the
it.
third leg. David
Goto
Evans.
dare not look.
Fourth leg, David to throw first.
Realisation
Game
dawning
on.
now on Tomoya Goto that it is the end of the line.
Yeah, gazed fixed firmly to the floor. But Tomoya Goto had darts to go 2-0 up, had darts to go 2-1 up. But 1 from 10 on the outer ring against a player like David Evans, who isn't playing anywhere near his best. You still can't afford him that many chances to get back into a match.
140.
Yeah, it depends what side of the argument you're on, really. In one sense, Goto has been unlucky in this match. In the other sense, well, he's got no real excuses in that. This is Evans' weakest showing of the
45.
entire Group B. Goto could easily be 3-0 up.
100.
He could. A bit like the likes of Aaron in Group C, just left himself with a little bit too
100.
much work to do going into tonight. It was all about the start, and Goto did not get off to the best of starts. He had that opening loss, 4-1 against Jamie Owens.
60.
No interest in switching whatsoever. And that is why.
140.
Well, you mentioned the kind of height difference between the two, and I guess for David Evans, darts that may look awkward to
100.
us from the camera angles that
David,
we've got,
you're
he's got a
116.
completely different vantage point.
We'll stay there for the single. Now looking at top of the shot.
96.
Just pulls it.
Tomorrow you require 101.
And Goto just taking his time. Looking at treble 19. And now double 12. It's as easy as
Game
that.
shot on the fourth leg. Tomoya Goto.
And given the opportunities
Fifth leg, Tomoya
afforded to him
throw
earlier,
first. Game on.
that could have been enough.
He could have. He had darts in leg 2, darts in leg 3. He could have been 4-0 up and back here on Saturday. And now look,
180.
finding his first maximum.
Well, Jamie Owens has breathed
59.
a sigh of relief. Owens can look forward to finals night himself in a bid to pick up his second weekly title.
$70. $100.
there's a lot that Tomoyo Goto can take from this week. He's really has put in some performances, and as we've mentioned, you know, just that previous match, the best performance of Group B from him.
43.
And hopefully, going back to what you were talking about earlier, it is an inspiration for people that are playing on the Asian Tour to come over here and obviously have a week at the Modus Live Lounge.
140.
So much talent over there. Maybe don't have the sort of full attention of the audience over here in Europe.
100.
No, but you're starting to get more and more household names coming from the PDC Asian Tour. We've already touched on the likes of Sakai, who'll be at the World Cup.
Tomoyo require 108.
Kind of eccentric walk on there. Everyone just fell in love with at the World Championships. The legend that is Paul Lim.
Yeah, Sakai is just an absolute dude.
76.
Goto.
David, you
very
require
handy
145.
himself. Will he be back? He will be. Evans fancied that.
89. Tomoyo require 32.
To reinstate a lead.
Game shot on the 5th leg.
Goto
Tomoyo
does
Goto.
go within a leg, but as you can see, no real
6th
celebration.
leg, David to
He
throw
knows
first.
his
Game on.
road is run.
For 140.
Evans knows this is nowhere near the levels that he has shown throughout
40.
his week so far.
And bear with me with this, but ultimately with five legs played, Goto could have been 5-0 up. I know it would have been over at 4-0, but he could have been.
60.
He's had chances to win every leg, and I think that's where a key frustration will come.
Yeah, you're spot on.
99.
Interesting for a penny for the thoughts of Jamie Owens after that first leg.
81.
Midway through the second.
Well, yeah, that attempt for 68 for Goto. It's a perfect treble 20 and such a good first attempt at double 4. And then the next one just clipping inside the wire of double 18.
41.
Fine margins.
For 100.
Gets his big treble in the end.
And our final game of Group B looks like it is about to go
60.
the distance.
David, you require 120.
Again, that big lunge to the left. And now a step to the right.
100.
Thought you were about to break out into the time warp then, Sam.
Not enough money in the world.
$46. David, you require 20.
Nothing coming in the way of pressure from Goto in this leg at least. Evans looking to just slide it down the barrel into the target. Goes the wrong side. Come on, he says. Over adjusts.
Yeah, it's the first time so far, anyway, that there is a leg that Goto hasn't had a dart to take.
$59. David, you require 10.
4-3 apiece to force the last leg decider. The option to switch was taken.
Game shot on
And
the
that's the
6th
reason
leg.
why. Just squeezes it
Evans.
into the corner of double 4.
7 for final leg. Tomoyo
There
2.
we go all the way.
Game on.
had the minimum amount of legs in this match yesterday. We're going to have the maximum amount of them this time around. What a start from Goto.
140.
Well, if Tomoya Goto can find a way of getting past David Evans, then it will be another group similar to Group C, where a player has accumulated enough points as someone who has qualified, but the damage has been done by legs difference.
59. $96.
Hardly anything separating these two.
$58. $98.
Just whittling away. That one big treble in the visit. Goto looking for all three.
140.
Has to settle for a two treble visit, but he's first down to a finish. Dave Evans will be on something quite attainable if he gets back to the Oki.
126. Tomorrow you require 104.
For the match then, Tomoya Goto. In the final leg of his week here at the Super Series. It's just not quite happened for him.
52.
And now it's David Evans' turn for a match-winning opportunity. Looking at 12s. We're starting to see that a lot more often these days. Players not playing it safe, looking for the treble. Goes the wrong side of the wire.
Yeah, I understand the want to go for the treble, because obviously that will then lead you on to a more gettable double, but you have to make sure that you've got the line right, that if it does miss, it goes into the single number, because Goto now in a position to punish. Double 10. And that is a real flyer.
David, you require 32.
Evans has already won the group. He can round off his campaign with a win. With
no score.
16, but to his sheer disbelief, he hasn't found it. Goto, with that wild last start of his previous visit, now has a bit of an awkward double. He splits. Double 4. Which was the thorn on his side earlier on in the match. Goto gets his win, but it's not by a wide enough margin for him to qualify. It's Evans, it's Lishman, and it's Jamie Owens that progress from Group B despite that win for Tomoya Goto. We will be hearing from the Group B winner, David Evans, after this. And that is that. We have our finals night lineup. It was a dramatic close to Group B. Tomoya Goto needed all 4, but without reply. He got all 4. But the issue for Goto was that David Evans got 3, thus sending Jamie Owens through, along with Tommy Lishman and Evans himself, who has indeed won the group. Doesn't really tell the tale there. Yes, it was 10 points, the same as Lishman, but look at the difference, the disparity in that leg difference column. And as we see, leg difference proving pivotal for Owens and Goto. Well, David Evans, impressive on the Oki over the course of the previous 2 evenings. An impressive turn of foot getting up those stairs quite quick. Well played. That was really good.
Yeah, it was sort of what I know I can do, and disappointed with the last game. But yeah, I've sort of come out over the last 2 days and proved what I can do.
Most of the hard work was already behind you coming into tonight. Last night was really impressive. Some big performances, big numbers, big scoring, and that 109.5 average as well.
Yeah, it's one of the, I've been down here a few times now, and it's always one of those, if you're in Group B, you've got to hit the first day hard. Because if you lose so many games in the first day, you're chasing them. So yeah, you've got to hit it hard first day.
And you certainly did that. Laura, a lot of similarities between Group B and Group C from what we've seen today. And given the group table, in both groups, it was the same sort of 5 players that remained after day 1, but it just doesn't give you the full picture.
It doesn't. It was dramatic, wasn't it, for both Group B and Group C? Ultimately, you've got 2 players that have missed out who have actually matched the points, which was enough for someone else to get through. Aaron, earlier on this afternoon, ended up on 12 points. That was enough to get through Group C, but it was a leg difference. It was the damage done on the first night. And ultimately, it was the same for Goto. It was too many heavy losses, too much to make up towards the tail end.
It was. Now, Dave, I don't know whether you take notice of sort of bookmakers' odds and whatnot. And given what you've achieved here in the past, 2-time weekly winner, you're actually one of the outsiders to win Group B, which I sort of found odd, but you shook your head there. So it's not something you take notice of to maybe spur you on.
No, I don't really look at it. I mean, if the bookies have got me as an outsider, they've got me as an outsider. But it's one of those. I've been here many times. I've won 2 of them, and if the bookies feel I'm an outsider, then that's their decision. But you know, I've proved them wrong.
Absolutely. What were your sort of expectations coming into this week? Did you feel like your game was in a good place?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've not been practicing as much as I should do, but when I am actually playing, you know, the vaults that I do and stuff like that, and the playing county and stuff like that. So I know the game's there. So I know when I come down here, I know I'm going to have to play well. So it's in my head, play well, you'll get through.
It goes to show, Laura, as well, once you have already established yourself as a bit of a serial winner on that stage, you can just never discount out those sort of players.
No, it's something that we picked up on before, because out of the entire group, yeah, you had Tommy Lishman coming in as favourite because of what he's been doing away from the Live Lounge, but Dave had the most accolades in terms of that group. Ultimately, I mean, what will it mean to you if you can lift that title for a 3rd time? You're joining a really elite group of players.
It's one of those. To win a Super Series once is amazing, but to win it 3 times, that's a different story. I mean, you know, one of my best mates, Scott Taylor, he's won it 5 times. You know, so I look at that, and in my head, it's like, well, I want to try and get more than you, sort of thing. So I think the main one is I want to try and get more than Neil Duff. You know, he's had 7, so you know, try and get a few more times down there and try and get more than him.
And the sort of strong form lines, given your most recent weekly win here, was against Ashley Coleman, who is already through to Champions Week. I suppose, does that give just a bit of extra layer of confidence?
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, anyone that comes down here, they're not a bad player if they're here. You know, so you know you're gonna have it tough, no matter what group you're in, no matter how you come through it. If you get through it, great. And if you know I get through and win tomorrow night, then I'm in with Ashley again, and hopefully if it's me and Ashley again in the actual final for Champions Week, yeah, fair play.
Long way to go, but most importantly, you've come through the Group B, and let's just check out the updated breakdown as we now have our full lineup, our completed lineup for finals night. Rob Grundy will be rejoining us after 2 days off. David Evans is back, of course, but Tommy Lishman and Jamie Owens getting that all-important third place. They join Brian Roman and, of course, Jake Neal impressing in his debut appearance here at the Super Series. Dave, just quickly, do you, just as we take a look at the groups for tomorrow, you are back alongside Jamie Owens, who you did a bit of a favour in that final match, and, of course, Brian Roman, who's in those sort of players that he and a lot feel that it's about time he won his week here. What do you sort of make of those groups?
I mean, looking at the groups, the group that I'm in, I played pairs with Brian for a number of years, as he knows, and if he's listening, he does know that. You know, we won the Czech Open, I think twice. But yeah, good player, and Jamie in his own, great player. The other group, yeah, it's going to be nip and tuck, I think, throughout both groups.
Very much so. That Group 1, Laura, very, very interesting.
Well, yeah, it's kind of a bit of experience pitted against like the youthfulness of a Jake Neal who's coming here for his first night. He's here on debut. So, yeah, they make for very interesting reading. I don't see that. I don't know what you think, Dave, but this to me feels like there is just like maybe an air of opportunity for a player to kind of just take hold of the proceedings tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've never heard of Jake before coming here. Obviously, I know Aaron. It's one of those. I know what he's capable of, and he's proved it over the last couple of days. So if they put that consistency in, then everyone's capable of getting through to Champions Week.
Well done. Congratulations. We'll see you again here tomorrow night. Laura, thank you. You will be back as well to complete the week. Plenty more left to come before finals night, of course. Coming up after the break, it is well worth staying up for an episode of The Weakest Binks. I love that show. Do stay tuned for that one. George Noble, The Final Call, fantastic documentary, midday tomorrow, 7:30. As always, your all-important start time for finals night if you can't be here with us in Portsmouth. And what a week we have in store for you next week. That week 7 is stacked, and believe me, that is an understatement. 9:30 a.m. as always, Monday morning. Right, that is all we have time for. Do join us 7:30 as always for Saturday night finals night. Good night.
The new Modus Super Series champion.
Oh my word!
It's another incredible moment tonight.
Jeff Smith.
It's match down. 5-star performance.
Ball for big fish.
Game.